I saw this reel of someone and their daughters were being brutally honest with them about something, okay? And so they recorded this moment, but I got a revelation. I thought to myself, isn't this just like God? Minus the old, the extraness that was with it. They say that children are brutally honest. And I had to put brutally in the front because in their innocence, they say what they see, what they smell, what they hear, what they think most, at that age of innocence. And it's just like, wow. And what can you say? It's the truth. I remember years ago, our oldest son, we went to visit someone and he said loudly, "It stinks." And I was like, oh my goodness, I was so embarrassed. And I said, it's the truth, but you shouldn't say that. Even when we know it's the truth, we're just considerate of how a person may feel given the circumstances. The particular building that we were in and the particular people that lived there understand why the conditions were as they were. I wanted to still teach him not to hold back truth, but there are some truths that you assess the situation. In your mind, you don't say, okay, it doesn't stink, but there are some things that you just don't have to verbally speak given the situation. For instance, if you're around a homeless person, with the one who does not have the means to care for themselves as they want to, they're not intentionally just waking up and not washing and not brushing their teeth and, properly grooming themselves. They don't have the means to do so. And so certain things that you might see, you don't go speaking certain things or developing, opinions because they don't have the ability to take care of themselves in that way. So you don't go tearing down someone with a truth that you may see whom doesn't have the ability to clean themselves up. And so here, on the other hand, you have someone who has a tub, who has soap, who has a washcloth, who has a toothbrush, who has toothpaste, and they decide that they are not going to use those things. And so then the truth that with them having the ability to do that, you may speak to that and you may say, hey, I love you, so I'm going to let you know. You need to wash. You might not come out and say it as blunt as this, you're not going to say probably like you stink. Some of you may have that type of relationship with somebody like, bruh, you stink. Sis, girl, I'm smelling onions, and you joke or something. I don't know. But in sincerity, if you develop some type of relationship with someone, if it's a situation where they're dealing with depression, they're dealing with grief, you do what you can to assist them. It's not always getting to just washing up. You have to deal with the root of what's causing this issue. Then what stinks, what hasn't been kept, now can be kept. There may be a season where, even if someone who's sick and they are not able to do certain things, you would come and you wash them off. You go and you'd help them through their healing process or whatever it is that they're going through until they come to a place where they can lift their arms themselves and wash themselves and walk to the bathroom. Now we're going into natural and spiritual, okay? You might have to help them in a way to deal with the root of the issue, because that is the thing that's going to cause them to really live in truth and really affect what is out of order. There are different situations where you see the result of something that may be hidden. There's always a cause and there's always an effect. There's always a root. And at the end of that root is a condition. So we in the natural see the condition, but through the word, through God, through wisdom, we get to the root so the condition can be changed so that things can come back into order. When we're dealing with order On the other side of order is truth. In order for you to know the truth of how something is designed and what it is purposed for, you need to know the truth. The truth is revealed through the order.